Boom! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look who it is.
Hi guys.
It's Mary Lou. You guys have asked, and she graced us with her presence today. She came in and it was like, holy crap! Like we were shocked.
Yes.
We slide that way. So
That's cool. That's cool.
I just want to make sure it was,
Hello.
So Mary Lou decided to come by. Yep. Keep turning. A little bit more. Sorry, you don't need to see. Now, whatever. So thank you for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
You know it.
Here. There you go. Perfect. Pretend like we've done this at least once.
Yes.
Hi, David.
So Mary Lou is here today. I know you guys are super excited for that. But before we get to Mary Lou and catching up with her and what's been going on in her life, I need to do this before. I would like to. We do this little channel, little page, little group. Some of you guys might have heard of it, 12 Volt Clean Wire Club over there on Facebook. And every week Fernando scours the page, and he picks somebody who did a really awesome job. Is that Angels?
That's Angels.
So that's Angels out of Speed of Sound. And what do they call it?
Lake Town.
Lake Town, Speed of Sound.
Speed of Sound.
Utah.
Yep. Utah. Look at that. Everyone knows but me. It's using a T-Spec block. He's using my favorite block right there. So that's pretty awesome. That's going in an F-150. For those of you guys might not know who Angel is, he's also one of the competitors last year of the 12 Volt Clean Wire Challenge.
He was close, man.
He was very close.
He was very close.
He was the only one that put LEDs on his.
Yep.
Which looked really cool. Totally dug, and I gave him crap about it because they were crooked, and I go, fix that.
Yeah.
He goes, okay. And I was like, come on, man. We're all professionals here. It's got to be perfect.
Yes.
So congratulations to him. Looking good. Some JL audio stuff.
Yes.
All right, so let's go back to here. So our homework assignment is done on that one.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
That's it.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. No?
So let me press this right here. For the first part of the show is brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Control. That's right. There is so much new in audio control right now. I don't even know where to begin. We have the new LC5i Pro. We have the new LC7i Pro. We have the new P&W speakers. We have the new Space. We have there's so much going on.
Yep.
Spike, thank you. That is going on in the world of audio control that you might want to head over to audiocontrol.com and check out. Now that it's owned by Amp Global, you can do a full Amp Global system. You can't do a full audio control system, but I mean, you can do a high 10 and then just go right into all the audio control stuff, speakers, amps, subwoofers. I know some of you out there are super excited that you can do that, so head over to audiocontrol.com, check them out. Go ahead and get your questions in. Fernando, hey, what's up, Jay? I was just talking to Brian. He told me you got to hear his truck. So, so get your questions in. Fernando's going to start, tagging them and getting them ready for us to play the answer game. Mary Lou?
Yes.
What's been going on, man? A lot has changed since the last time you were here on the show. A lot has changed. So much so that when you were here last time on the show, you had just quit and didn't bother to tell us. And so we're over here like, yeah, Mary Lou works at this other company. And no, she gets done. She goes, I didn't want to tell you till the show was over.
I did not quit, first of all. I resigned, which is completely different.
Okay, well, you put your 2 weeks notice and you left the company. Yes. It was one of those things where it's just, it's like, I want to move on with my life.
I just have different goals.
Exactly. That means I want to move on with my life. I'm trying to give you an easy out here. Take it. Yeah. So what have you been? So that spurred some travel.
Yes.
Which is always nice. Where'd you go?
I went back home to visit my family.
Which is?
California.
Okay, so because they don't know where home is. I mean, you can tell them they might just all
they're
show up.
supposed to watch every time I'm here and know those things. They have to take notes and say, "Oh yeah, when she's there, I know where she's from."
See Michael here. His home is. Hold on.
St. Petersburg?
No, this one. So, hello from St. Peter. So, Mike says he went home. He went to St. Pete. So,
is that like next door, St. Petersburg?
It's down that way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways.
Hey, I'm new to Florida still.
Yeah. Don't even. Yeah.
No, I went back to Southern California.
Oh,
San
look
Diego
who it is.
area.
Hey, Arturo's in the house.
Pink is out.
Oh, my God.
Olé.
How is Pink is out?
Always Pinky's out, man.
There you go.
I'm going to go back to this one because let me see what that one looks
He's
like.
bougie.
Arturo? No,
He's
yeah,
very-
he is.
very-
He is.
Look, see, Jose de Jesus is from my hometown, California.
Is it?
Jose
Oh,
Jesus.
this
Oh,
one
there's-
right here.
There's
Hey,
Mel.
Jose.
Yes,
Mel. So Mel
Mel.
So Mel has
Mel.
news.
SPL Mel.
So apparently he's got a new employer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there again, it seems to be happening. Everyone's doing the big shift. So
Dude, I really like his picture that he posts
I haven't seen it
about
yet.
telling the
It was
people
pretty cool.
because I was like, oh my God, that's Tom Brady. And it's like, no, Tom Brady doesn't have enough rings. Like
yeah. Mel has way too
Mel
many
has
things.
like, bro, stacking in one,
Torrance,
two.
California.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
So Brian's vehicle sounded great, and he did say that. And speaking of, there's Mr. Mike, who just found out the joy. So here's the funny thing. We're
Okay.
going to get back to you.
Mhm.
So Mike Rios, I don't know if you've ever met him.
Yes.
You've met Mike in
Of
Vegas.
course.
So they're the ARC reps.
They are.
And he's
yes,
over
they
there.
have been for
So he's
many
been
years.
struggling with his car because he's like, man, I just can't get my interface to do what I want. And I'm
Mhm.
like, you're the ARC reps. He's like, yeah. Dude,
Oh, you gave him that tip?
I know PSM Pro
Okay.
plugs right into your car. You realize that, right? I'm not supposed to say this because it's all hush hush, quiet.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
say nothing. But
What's
yeah,
up, man?
so, yeah,
Yeah, I saw the post. I'm
yeah.
glad
That's
it
why.
worked.
That's why in it I was like, no, just shh.
It's just between us.
Just-
No one's watching.
No one is watching. Pay no attention to the droids. These aren't the ones you're looking for. All right, so you spent a couple
Hi,
weeks.
Haley.
You spent a couple
There's
weeks in
your daddy.
California. She's back. Yeah. Oh, speaking of she's back, man, we're just gonna jump around. I apologize,
That's
but
okay.
so we do the Boring Life of Dean and Haley.
Right. I watched the show yesterday.
You watched it last night.
Mhm.
So Haley, when we got her toes done, which you can relate,
Uh-huh.
you know what that is. I
Mhm.
don't. I have no idea. So I said, hey, I came up with this idea, Haley. Why don't we do Haley Knows Best? Because I've been trying to get her to edit, and we want to go
It
down that
hasn't
road.
worked out. Yes.
And so
Not enough time.
people are always asking me, how's Haley doing? What is she up to? And I was like, why don't we do a show, Haley Knows Best, Sunday, when we know the two of us are together at some point, and we'll just do like a live show where we kind of catch up, maybe answer some questions, do all the fun stuff that we
Right.
normally do. That's not in lieu of the other show. I'm going to obviously have to take back over the editing reins of that because I really enjoyed doing the show. But what did you think of last night's show?
It was pretty cool. I liked
Yeah?
it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
The funny thing
I
is,
only catch half of it
Well, it's
towards
good.
the end, but it was
yeah.
good.
So the funny thing is she will not talk in front of people. Like
Huh.
she cannot, like, she's not like me in the regard where she can just stand up in front of
Mhm.
people and be like, "What's up? Woo!" She can't
Yeah,
do
not
that.
everybody's in.
And I said to her, I said, you just sat there and talked for an hour, like didn't miss a beat. She's like, yeah, but I'm just looking at myself.
She was a natural. She
she's
did
like,
so good.
right, but to her, she's like, I don't know what's going on. She's like, I can do that. And I was like, most people can't do that either, So
She did good. It was
yeah,
nice.
it was fun.
liked
Okay. So, all right. So, what were some of the key points that we did while we were in California?
What I did.
Yeah.
A lot of traveling within the States.
I saw some really nice, like, hotel pictures.
Well, it's actually a very interesting. What you saw was very nice and cool.
Okay.
I don't like being in hotels necessarily because
Okay.
they're kind of boring. That place was an actual home, a residential home
Okay.
that got turned into an inn,
Okay.
but it has no people in there tending to you necessarily.
Okay.
So they're just there for the half of the day,
Okay.
and because they give you breakfast and that kind of stuff, make sure everything is
So
nice
it's like
and clean.
almost like an Airbnb, almost like a bed and breakfast,
Yes,
but then they boogie.
exactly.
Hmm.
They just leave you alone to that beautiful house,
Okay.
and there was only
Wow.
2 people in there besides me and my friend.
Okay.
And the pool and everything, the whole house was just all to ourselves.
Oh.
I was cooking, which I don't do often, but I was cooking and enjoying the pool.
Wait,
and just
you're
it was so
Latino,
pretty.
aren't you?
So-
Like, isn't that like
Oh,
isn't that part of the
stereotypes.
DNA of the
No.
Latino woman? Is like,
No.
I have to cook all the time.
Not this Latino woman.
Well, you
No.
were also a car stereo installer, so I mean, it's not much.
Yeah,
fault.
that explains, right?
Yeah.
No, but the interesting thing is a lot of installers, male installers,
Yes.
cook really great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have the talent.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
it's
yeah.
okay. I don't cook really great either.
Well,
But-
my food is not that bad. I just don't do it often. But back to the house, it was pretty cool, pretty exciting. And they have that little room for just massages.
Just in case you didn't see this, Jonathan, I want you to know Arturo is saying hi.
Hi
She's
to
just saying
who?
hi.
That's
To
Jonathan Brothers.
Arturo,
Yeah, Arturo.
is saying hi to Jonathan Brothers.
They
Oh,
buddies.
okay.
They super buddies.
We just want to make sure
Yeah,
that
he
these two
covers
guys
the
are
Texas.
connecting each other,
Mhm.
so that they understand.
Yeah, Jonathan covers the Texas area.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure Jonathan saw that
They
Arturo
drink tea together like
was
this.
going.
Yeah, they go like this.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you? You know,
They're
hey,
kids.
girly, what's going on?
Hi.
You know,
Oh,
hola, how are you today? Anyways, moving on. So yeah, you got to big pimp it in this little like.
yeah, so you have like this whole place all to yourself with all
Yeah.
amenities, pretty cool. Not a lot of people bugging you. I'm not too social. I don't do the whole crowd around me scene.
Really?
So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Somehow I call poo poo on that.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel-
trust me. I'm selective. I
Oh.
can be social, but
Oh,
Oh,
not.
she's
Excuse
totally
me.
select. So I just want you guys to know
So you
how
guys gotta
special
make the
you are
request,
right
guys.
now.
I gotta
Because
make the
you know you
request.
only had to ask like 20 times. When is Mary Lou coming back? When is Mary Lou coming
No,
back? When is
no,
Mary
So
Lou coming
you should
back?
feel
Look, I
special
wasn't
right
here.
now.
You know.
Okay, next time we can just do a remote one. I can just be in California joining me.
They're FaceTiming. Of course they are.
So
Yeah, so
they're
that's what I
watching
did.
together, huh?
And then I went to Newport Beach. It's a pretty cool town as well.
Okay.
So just, I love the water. As
Yeah?
you can tell, I love Florida.
Well, right now it's
So-
raining, so
As I
And
say
I love that too. That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
it's water coming from the sky. So,
Yeah, so
all right.
se pone fresa, Marilu. No, not really. Maybe sometimes.
What?
The comment right
Yeah,
there,
I know. I just don't know what that meant.
that I'm just being uptight.
Oh, you're uptight?
That's what he says.
Yeah, you could be. I mean,
Yes, I
you
can
seem
be.
wound very uptight. I mean, all gigglies and shit. Yeah, it's.
Oh.
Yep, she's just a full of nerves.
Hey,
All right,
from
Fernando.
Atlanta, just bring the modelo.
All right, you ready? You ready for
Yes,
this?
We are.
Is the
Yeah,
Lincoln's Revel system the same as the Harmon? No, they're
Two
different.
different beasts.
Two different beasts. Yeah. Two different companies too. So yeah. Now that's not to say that the interface into the amplifier isn't the same, but the systems themselves are totally different.
I thought it was Red Bull was under Harman umbrella.
No,
No?
well, they're again totally, but the systems are going to be different. What I'm saying is the information, meaning the connection into the amplifier, probably the same,
Right.
but the tuning and all that other stuff is going to be different.
look at that.
I make a killer pizza.
Nice.
I can eat some pizza.
Yes, I love pizza.
I probably killer the pizza
You know,
when I make it.
so I was a little disturbed this weekend because Ken Ward put up a post about pizza night, because like Friday night is pizza night with the kids,
Okay.
and they pick the move. So pizza, and then he goes, although I don't eat pizza anymore.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, then you can't call it pizza night, because
Well,
if you're
he's
not.
But
if you-
he's participating.
But
He's there,
if you're
he's
not
present.
getting pizza, then it is not pizza night. It's just food with the kids, and we pick a movie, And I'm just like, no, there's got to be pizza in order for it to be pizza night. I don't care if it's crappy cauliflower with fake cheese on top.
Well, maybe the kids were having pizza and he wasn't.
Yeah, but no, there's got to be like.
We need to make him a healthy pizza.
No. The whole point of eating
Healthy
pizza is because
pizza.
it's not healthy.
It can be gluten free.
No,
It can
God,
be
no, it
something
can't.
free.
No, it can't be any of
You
that.
want all the nice greasy.
Listen, you have one pizza every like 2 months, and that's it. It's like it's
I
like
agree with you.
it's
Yeah.
like you don't have to have it every week, but like if
Yeah.
you're gonna have pizza, for God's
Well, maybe he
sakes,
has
have
issues with
pizza.
that.
No, I
He
get it.
doesn't know when
He's
to
my
stop.
age, and he's like he doesn't want to have pizza anymore because it's not in his diet. I get it.
Yeah, look at me. I have the same experience. Yeah.
Hello, can y'all tune my system if I came to y'all? We do tune systems. There is some prerequisites, like we need to get pictures and stuff like that. So you can reach out to Paul, or you can email him at spell it all out, all the letters, 5starcarstereo@gmail.com.
Yep.
What we want is pictures of the system, actual pictures of the system, so we get an idea of what equipment you have. Because believe it or not, we've actually had people show up for us to tune their systems with no DSP. So we do have some prerequisites. Also, the fader has to work, meaning you have to check the fader and make sure that all the speakers play on the right, left, rear, whatever you have.
So that you just gotta call, make an appointment.
but you can listen.
Veggie burgers.
Veggie burgers.
They're good.
No, they're not.
They are good.
The fake
You
Listen,
just skip the bread. You don't use the bun. You just do like a little drop.
just eat vegetables. If we're gonna do that, just give me a plate of broccoli, okay?
Pretty much.
Just give me a plate of broccoli, and I'll be fine with that.
Now
But I mean,
now you're
just eat some
making me
lettuce.
hungry.
it's just no veggie burgers are in the unburger or whatever the hell it is. The unbelievable burger is disgusting.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it's just gross. I mean, turkey burgers
can
for the
be.
win. What's up, Mr. Bennett?
What's up,
Cauliflower.
man?
Why the hell would you make a
Pizza
cauliflower
crust.
pizza?
No.
Exactly,
No.
exactly. If listen, my doctor says to me because he says, what are your 3 favorite foods? I go chicken wing, French fries, and pizza. He goes, like that's the worst ever. And I said, I know. You asked me what my 3 favorite. It's not like you eat them all the time. I said, so I don't really chicken wings anymore because like yeah, greasy and all that crap. I get it. But dude,
issues.
pizza and French fries, it's like no, those are like staples of life. And he goes, well, he goes, well, just get a pizza made out of cauliflower crust. And I looked at him, I said, so you think the crust is what's bad on a pizza? And you're a doctor? I'm like, no, the crust is the least of our concerns. It's all the other crap that goes on the pizza that's
My
bad.
question always is, how healthy is your doctor? Because they always give you all this great advice, but then you look at them, you're like, you're not following your advice.
No,
You don't look
I don't
healthy,
think.
you don't
But
look
listen, the
fit,
doctors
like-
are over there going, listen, don't smoke,
Right, exactly.
don't do drugs, whatever.
And don't play loud music.
Don't play loud music. Yeah, it's okay. But we listen to them; they know best. Just like father.
Yeah, I guess.
So, have you had a chance to hear the audio speakers and subs? Did
Yes.
you get a chance to hear
Yes.
Jordan's car?
Yes.
What did you think?
It was pretty cool.
Was it pretty cool?
It was pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how much they had already braked it in or
They
not or not
literally
done it.
finished them that morning and drove them over.
Well, yeah, but we know how someone tunes, and he likes to let them break in
There
overnight.
was no
so
breaking.
I don't know.
There was no breaking
But
breaking
yeah.
in. Put it this way: that
So
morning,
then I'm not that wrong. My ear kind of works for something. I
Yeah.
felt like it needed to be.
it broke it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we literally delivered a part that morning before we got over there that day.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So Thursday morning, they needed a little tiny piece of acrylic with a spaceship on it.
Okay,
And so we came here, burned it real quick, dropped it off, and then we headed over to
that's great.
Orlando to go to Eduardo's shop,
hmm
and then they showed up
Yeah.
later that day with the car.
Yeah, no-
So
well,
there was.
If it wasn't broken in and it sounded that great,
Mhm.
then imagine now. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it.
No,
I was surprised actually the way they started the demo. Matthew gave me the demo,
Yeah,
and the way he started was like pretty low. Like, and I kind of was going like, okay, so is this
Yeah.
it? Like, what is the
kick
deal?
it in.
Yeah, and then he kicked it in. I was like, whoa! I was not expecting that. It was
Oh.
pretty cool. It was nice.
So, do you ever have lettuce and tomato on your pizza, like a Mexican pizza,
No.
or just lettuce?
No.
Oh, dude,
Doesn't belong there.
No,
What?
it does.
No.
Oh, it does.
No.
dude.
This
Yes,
sucks.
yes. Oh, dude, trust me.
Yeah,
Throw-
she's not
throw-
Mexican.
Dude,
Sorry, she's not Mexican.
So there's a
Lettuce
pizza.
and pizza.
So there's a pizza that I get that has
Let
like
me guess, Taco
arugula.
Bell?
No, God no.
Oh, see, arugula I do.
So like arugula, that's lettuce.
Well,
Ham. It even
Okay.
has plum sauce. It
Hmm.
does. It sounds like its shit does not go together, but
Yeah.
oh my god! I don't remember the meat that they put on it, but oh, dude, anytime. So our place here that does it, it comes in rotation about once every 3 months.
okay.
We're going.
Arugula and fig
Yeah,
sauce I would love, but
Little bit
plum,
of-
I don't know.
about what?
The plum sauce, I don't know.
Oh no, well it's a fig sauce. Yeah, fig. Yeah, fig.
Oh,
fig-
okay, so
yes,
fig.
Fig. Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, it's good.
Yeah.
You'd like it.
Okay. If it's arugula, yes. Regular just lettuce, no. Like the, what is it called? Iceberg lettuce or whatever other lettuce. Butter something lettuce, no.
I have no idea.
I like kale and arugula.
Oh, see, here's Arturo. Yeah, all those fake
Don't-
pizzas and hamburgers would
darn it,
never
Dean,
make
you're
it the
making me
12 boy
hungry.
fat boy crew. No, they would not. No, they would not. Yes. Damn it, Dean. You're making me hungry.
Right? I'm hungry too now.
And this food channel is brought to you by
Audio
Audio
Control.
Control, guys. Thank you so much for making so much. Yeah.
Oh boy. So when are
Alright.
you gonna do Jordan's car?
Well, the plan was to get it this week sometime, but I haven't talked to her yet, so we'll see
Oh
how
yeah,
that
that's gonna
goes.
happen then.
For our current thoughts, we are we ever going to talk about car stereos? Listen, we're trying. We're like, car stereo?
Yeah,
Mary Lou.
we talk about the demo car from Audio Control.
So, hold on. Where's this one here? So there's this one here. It says, have you ever had a chance of using or experienced the Audison Beacon little box for streaming high-res audio? I personally have never put it into a car. However, when we were in one of the shows, McNulty had it in his car and was using it, and I've been to shows other areas like where they use it. So like I think the side by side uses that to stream.
Okay.
So
it's not like Sajeki wanted to do that.
The Beacon.
And his BMW.
I don't know, but we didn't end up putting it in.
Right?
But so it's a streaming box, so it's like a little high res Bluetooth box.
Okay.
So it does work really well if that's what you're curious about. Like, because I know he was streaming his Sony into it, which sounded really good. Okay. So if you're trying to find like a high res Bluetooth streamer and you're an Audison fan, that's one. If you're not an Audison fan and just want something else that you're like, does anybody else make one?
Mosconi makes one.
Who?
Mosconi.
Who?
Mosconi.
Who?
Your other
Mosconi,
sponsor.
that's right. Mosconi-Mary.com also makes the AMOS 96.
Yep.
So very similar in functionality, both of them. But yeah.
That's pretty great.
I tried that one.
I have used that one too.
Yeah, we have two of them actually. Yeah. But we also have All right. So anyways, moving on. What else you got for me, Fernando?
All right. So who makes pizza? Because we talking
we're back to the food.
Yeah. Let's go back to the.
All this food tech and Audio Control puts the nuts.
I need my favorite thing to grill and fajita steak or smash burger.
See, whoever fan knows.
Bro.
Bro.
Fajitas, steaks, or smash burgers.
I can skip the fajitas, steaks, and smash burgers.
I mean, honestly, but what it just seemed to me is he just likes steak. Because, like, honestly,
Steak
those
and
three
potato.
things, it's like steak and cheese with some snake and cheese.
Can you plug my charger?
Hey, can I get some steak with my cheese?
Thank you, sir.
Which I'm not picking at. Who has the best fast pizza? My picks is Marco's. You just had Marco's last Sunday.
Yes.
And I'm not a fan. We had pineapple Marco's. I honestly don't like anyone's fast pizza. I don't. They all taste about. They're all like
if I had
Hungry
to choose one, it would be Pizza Hut.
Have you ever tried the one on?
It's not a fast food pizza. So I mean, I think
when
we're talking.
Fast,
so,
but it is.
But okay, so when we're talking fast, I feel we have to limit it to Pizza Hut,
Domino's,
Domino's,
Papa John's.
That's what I meant. Papa John's.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Johnny's. Hungry. All those type where it's like Little Caesars, Jets.
I'm gonna stay with Domino's just because.
I want to say Pizza Hut.
Okay. Yeah. I like Domino's. I'm a Domino's guy. Pizza Hut, I can't just.
Pineapple on pizza is a sin. No, it's actually pretty good.
No, I'm with you.
Pineapple.
It is a sin.
Yeah, no.
It's
but
it's a good sin.
But I'm a sinner, so
there you go. That's a good sin.
All right, guys.
Back to car stereo. What will need to put an aftermarket radio in 2007 Dodge Durango that has a factory subwoofer and a factory impediment? So
I'm gonna say like impedance.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Chrysler has become one of the easiest companies in the world to interface into. And I'm going to pull this picture up here real quick. I'm going to hide this. Yep. And I'm going to hide this. Okay, so pack-audio.com, maestro-idatalink.com, metraonline.com. Those three companies right there at the top of the page. Go to any one of their sites, probably Pack or Metra, and they will give you a list of the products that you need for your car in order to do what you're trying to do. There's nothing special about that car as far as integrating into it. It's all straightforward. All the harnesses will work. Integrating into a factory amplifier, it's not difficult. It's all data bus. It's been data bus since 04, 05, and they all. Trust me, this is low hanging fruit. This is the stuff where you go. Awesome. I'm pulling it back up.
I think last time they asked a similar question with the Durango 2007.
That was it. That was the question.
No, right. But last time, one of the times that I was here, they asked, and I don't think Fernando said that Maestro has
Maestro might not.
integrations,
That's why I said
but
Pack or
Pack and
Metra.
Metra, yeah.
Both Pack and Metra totally do.
Yeah.
Let's talk about amplifier gain settings with an aftermarket head unit, EQ, and amps. Okay, so here's the thing. Anytime you add EQ to anything, obviously you're gaining up. And if you're trying to use your EQ and have fun with it, so to speak, the nice thing is with an aftermarket head unit, you can kind of get an idea for what you're doing. I'll tell you right now, in most installations, the frequency that you pull down is 1,000 hertz. So if you're going to EQ the car before you set your gains, okay, then you're going to end up turning your gains up way too high because you're going to pull down 1,000 hertz. So if you play your test tone 1,000 hertz, -5 dB, and you've already EQ'd the system, then bad things are going to happen. So in the case of an aftermarket head unit is aftermarket head unit, amplifier, do your distortion detecting, and then go back and EQ it after the fact. It's mids and highs. I'm not going over 5 dB at all. And really what you're trying to do is you don't necessarily... Okay, so what I always tell people when they pick up their car is don't pay attention to the numbers on the radio.
Right.
Pay attention to the way it sounds, okay? And that is your clear indicator. Because in some songs, I might be able to turn my volume all the way up, you know, because it's recorded like crap.
Right.
It's just not that hot. Other songs, you know, there's a ceiling, and all I'm trying to do is get to that ceiling if I'm going balls to the wall. Okay. The idea is to have enough power in your car where you don't have to turn it all the way up. Would be ideal. I get it. Some people turn it till the knob falls off.
Right.
I mean, that's what
it's like driving your car in cold.
With the gas pedal push the floor all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we could if we would. I mean, you know.
Right, but how long is it going to last?
Not
very long.
It breaks.
Exactly. But sooner rather than later.
Finally, a cute host.
Oh, that's your
yeah, that's my father-in-law. Yeah.
Hi, Bob. Thank you.
But anyways, no. So yeah, set your gains first, then go back and do your equalization, and don't go over 5. And there again, what you're really looking for when setting your gain is play your lowest recorded song, play your highest recorded song. I mean, play your worst, lowest, play your most dynamic, and you should be able to hopefully within 5 on the volume knob, be at the same level. That is the most important thing. Because they always ask the same question: what number can I turn it up to? And I always go, you can't. It's not how it works.
Just use your ears.
Yes.
Whenever it starts sounding like crap, then you
Need
turn
more.
it down.
Yeah, just turn the gain all the way up, man.
Exactly. See, I'm with him.
Turn it all the way up.
Oh, because the gain is a volume control, right?
Some it is. Some it is. Not all of them. Yeah.
I'm with you, buddy. Let's turn it out. That's what they make it for.
All right, hold on. Well, let's see what this says. Okay. If you set the crossovers on the amplifier and the passive crossovers are in play, and then you set the crossover on the head unit, do the negative dBs on the amp and the passive crossover and the head unit add up. Okay, so we're talking about stacking crossovers. In a perfect world, okay, so here's where this gets kind of weird. So if I had if I had a CC1 crossover calibrator and I could calibrate the amplifier to 80 hertz. Okay, so it was perfectly 80 hertz. Because if I'm just looking at the sticker on the side of the amplifier, I don't know if that's 80 hertz or not. That could be 80, could be 90, could be 72. Right. Who the hell knows? Okay, but if I was able to calibrate it right to 80 hertz, and then I'm assuming that the chip in my radio is precise, and I set that to 80 hertz, and they're both 12 dB Butterworth crossovers, and at that point, yes, I will have a 24 dB Linkwix crossover. Because I've stacked 2 12 dB crossovers on top of one another. That is what it equals out to. However, the world we live in is we deal in horseshoes. So if I'm turning this knob here, let's say I set it let's say on the amp I set it, and I think it's 80, but it's really 75. But then on my radio I set it to 80, and it's really 85. 85 is what's going to be there. You know, because anything below that doesn't matter. Right. It's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
So in reality is kind of pick one and rock it. Now, as far as the passive crossovers are concerned, They have nothing to do with the active crossovers in the amp or the radio because they're doing something totally different. So the passive crossover is there to make sure that your mid bass doesn't play tweeter and that the tweeter doesn't play mid bass. What you're trying to do is make sure that the mid bass
Mid blaze.
Mid bass.
That's the new mid bass.
Mid bass does not play bass. That's all you're worried about. That's all that active crossover is doing.
Okay.
Perfect.
Exciting?
Sounds exciting.
I know. This is why you want to stay in car audio. I get
Right?
it.
See?
I know. I get it. Hi, everyone.
There was
Hi,
another
how you
one
doing?
there.
There was another one?
Oh, it's plenty.
It was along with what you were explaining.
Okay. We'll scroll.
There, migraine.
Mike.
Migraine.
Okay, so we'll just
There you go.
We can do that. If you can use this, it's okay.
Well,
It
I
won't bite you.
know.
Hi everyone. Hi. I have a 2009 Ford Explorer Sport Track. I don't like down or up firing boxes, so I'm going to build my own box for 2 6.5 subwoofers. Which would you recommend?
Which subs?
Yeah, which subs?
Played it.
What did you ever do anything with 6.5s?
Mm-mm.
Me? Yeah. I mean,
No.
he has the audio control 8-inch in his car right
Right.
now. We've had the Ground Zero 6.5 in there once.
This Mike had the
Gladen has a
Gladen.
6.5.
Gladen had
Gladen
four.
has this-
Gladen had, what did he have? 4 6.5s?
4 or 5, I think. I don't
I think it
know.
was 4. It was an even
Okay,
number.
so there you go.
So he had Mike
That one sounded pretty good.
Mike Stinger, which we have in the playlist cars we've heard. He had 4 Gladen 6.5s.
Yeah.
2 is going to be tough. I mean, 2 if we're trying to find super 6.5s, like we want like crazy big, they're 6.5
Beefy.
inch and they're 10 inches deep. I mean, that's going to get you into like a Sundown or something like that.
Gaily.
Those Gladens sounded really amazing. Well,
Yeah.
you heard the car.
Yeah, of course.
I
heard
heard a
the car.
different car, same setup in a different car.
Yeah.
The one he had before, but
Mhm.
they were pretty cool for 6.5.
Yeah, he had 4 of those. That was really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, it was. But anyways, there's
And they're the sponsors of the show.
that's pure coincidence. Yeah, it's there you go. Oh yeah, that guy.
See?
Oh,
yeah. Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember that car?
yeah.
How
But
many?
there
4?
again, it really just depends on what we're trying to do. And there he said, yeah, he had 4 RSX 6.5.
Yeah, I really like that
Um,
car. The setup and everything, that
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah, and this is what I said. It depends. I mean, if we were looking for a super 6.5, then like a Gately or a Sundown has some nice 6.5s, and I agree they do. So it just depends on what we're trying to do. Like if we're trying to get an SPL 6.5, then there are different. It's just like if we have a 10. Okay, if I get a 10, I get a normal 10. Let's say I get a kicker, comp R 10, and then someone says, "Oh, I need a 10." It's like, here's a 10. Well, what do you want to do with it? Oh, no. I want one. All right, well, here's a T110,
Mm-hmm.
I take that.
here's a T210,
Yeah.
from Rockford. Oh, yeah, that. I'll take that,
Yeah, Rockford
Or
for the win.
let's just say maybe Solo X if they had a 6.5.
That would be cool.
That would be
6.5
cool.
Solo
That
X.
would be
Oh.
nice,
Yeah, that would be
right?
neat,
If
right?
they make a
Yeah.
6.5.
Don't they
man.
have an 8?
No, they only have a 12.
Oh, on the Solo X, gotcha.
Yeah, they only
Okay.
have a 12. However, oh no, wait.
There's my green.
Something that I don't think has been discussed much is gain overlap. Can you explain what it is and when to use it and why? Okay, so we talk about it a lot, but I don't know if we necessarily refer to it as gain overlap. And so it's just a real pretty way of saying, all right, if I'm going to set my amplifier up where I know where all the maximum amount of voltage output is, okay? So it's like I'm a distortion detector kind of guy, whatever one you're going to use. So I don't care if it's powering tweeters, mid bass, rears, subs, whatever. I'm just gaining this thing all the way up, okay? So the problem with that is that every speaker playing at the same volume sucks. It's not good, okay? Now, the benefit of the world now is like a DSP. A DSP usually has level control built into it. So, and we do a lot of DSP amplifiers where it's all one knob. So it's like I don't have to worry about tuning a DSP and an amplifier. I'm just tuning an amplifier. It's all one. But so if I do that where I say, okay, here is the maximum output of all my channels on my amplifiers. And now I connect channel 1 and 2 up to a tweeter, 3 and 4 up to a mid, 5 and 6 up to a mid bass, so on and so forth. when I'm listening to them, I'm immediately going to go, ooh, I need more mid bass.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that my gain is already tapped out. I can't go any higher. So the first thing I'm going to do then is turn down my tweeter and my mid range. Now, if you're paranoid, you can mark the area where your little gain was, so that if you ever have to go back and add some, you know that I can't go past this knob.
Right.
But you're going to turn down the two speakers so that they are now quieter than the speaker you're trying to make louder.
Right.
All right. So there's an overlap. All right. So what we're using the gains for is to do sound mixing between our speakers. So if you want a little bit more mid range, turn the tweeter down, turn the mid bass down. You're never going to do that. Because the mid bass is usually what you want to be the loudest thing, which is why I personally like staggered power, like the 830 over on the wall right there, and the one that's in this beautiful car right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you totally cheesed up over that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fell in love.
So that's now you can do gain like there again. So that's kind of the concept behind it. Is we're just trying to level match with our ears, thus turning gain down. And this was a thing years ago, 8 years ago, a guy came in and he's like, dude, I want you to DD1 all my channels. I'm like, okay. So we went in there and we turned everything up. So every channel is playing at the same volume. He's like, awesome. And then he goes to a competition and gets his ass handed to him. And Jeff goes, well, what did you do? And he's like, well, I had him level match my amplifier. And he's like, all right, well, so now everything is too loud. And so Jeff went in there and turned everything back down except for the mid bass, which he kept up.
Okay.
So the concept there is that. I hope that makes sense. It can get crazier, but overall, that's what we're trying to do here.
Well, now let's go crazy.
Let's go crazy. Hi, Dean. Fernando. The speaker wire size matter much when amplifying signal. It seems like it doesn't matter much when using 9-wire going from amp back to factory wires behind the dash. So, my boy, Tony D'Amore, gotta love that guy.
Yeah.
He took this as a challenge. He says, I, like Dean, he didn't say that. In his mind, he was thinking that. I'm getting sick and tired of this
he's
question.
a mind reader now.
Dude, Tony's awesome, man.
He is awesome.
We hung out with him for we had a great time at Master Tech. Yeah, he was literally right outside of our booth blasting his amazing power bank that he had. It was great. He was actually playing good music though, so it was okay. It was like, all right, Anyway, so Tony took this as a challenge, and it seems that he's an engineer and has way more intelligence than the combined total of this room. He set out to do the math and to figure out exactly how much power can the average factory speaker wire hold. And at the end of the day, it was 1,000 watts. Okay. So to answer the question, does the speaker size? No, it doesn't. It doesn't for mids and highs. Subwoofer wise, different story. Obviously, bigger wire is going to be needed. It's more voltage. You're going from 35 watts to 8,000 watts. Mm-hmm. But no, for the average system, the size of the wire doesn't matter.
The average system.
The average system.
Well,
you always got to put a clause in there somewhere.
Right. That's what I'm making sure that they understand that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting 10,000 watts to a set of tweeters.
Because on my head, I'm going like, no, it does matter. And then you're like, okay, yeah, I'm with you now. Average system does not matter.
Yeah, but I mean, there again, unless you're putting 2,500 watts to a tweeter.
I'm going to start one.
Yeah, just
go with that one.
Go to the side and start. There you go. No, the star. You got to click on the star.
I don't find it.
You did. It's right there. See the star all the way to see. You just click on the star.
But I don't find the comment. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, scroll up until you find it.
There.
Hey guys, I started using AudioQuest Lightning cable for CarPlay, and it completely changed the sound. Should I tune my DSP again? Oh,
that's a good
question.
I would do it just because. Why not?
Yeah,
I mean, you're not gonna change a lot.
Well,
but you're gonna tweak a little bit.
So, I guess the question would be: does it sound better now? Because if it does, why would I want?
Says,
yeah. So if it sounds better, then why would I want to retune the system? But hey, if you tuned it, listen.
It can go both ways. He can make it better. He can make it worse.
He could make it better. Well, that's the nice thing about DSP though. You got presets.
Yeah.
So just keep your preset the way it is.
If he doesn't forget to save them, though.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, so save the preset that you have,
save, okay?
and then go back in and see if you can tweak it a little bit. I mean, why not?
It happened to me, so I want to make sure it doesn't happen to them.
Oh, okay.
I was pissed because it was perfect. It's on the grade, and I forgot to save. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Don't let it happen.
It auto saves now.
Yeah, auto saves.
Well, I haven't done installations in a year.
I know that was something that
yeah.
Okay,
that was
beta,
stupid. You can say it.
Yeah, no, it is. It's not stupid. It just kind of happens.
Yeah.
You know, Mary Lou.
I would choose that one because he's always dropping my name. So, hi, Fang.
Don't drop it anymore.
No, keep on dropping it. No, it sucks that you were stuck. You were having issues with your cut or something?
Yes, more dynamic, but don't know if it would change house curve on RTA. You know, it probably won't, but you know what? Give it a shot. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't it all just fun anyways, right? It's supposed to be. I mean,
let's get...
it's just playing with the equipment, so why not? Go for it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, pull up the next one.
Oh, I thought you guys...
No,
I just want to say hi to him.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Come on.
That's right.
Really? I mean, you got 3, 2...
Someone else got a comment way early in the show saying that they were going to name someone's baby Mary Lou, so...
Oh, really?
I mean, why not?
Nice name.
All right.
What is usually the input voltage?
You got to read it out loud.
What is usually the input voltage on a audio control DSP with a Pioneer head unit? Ballpark average.
So if you're coming from a Pioneer, it's going to range anywhere between, at full volume, it should be 4 volt.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we've tested them at full volume, it's 4 volt. However, on a Pioneer, you typically can't go full volume. It's usually 2 or 3 below
38,
max volume.
37.
Because anything past that, it's going to clip the output of the radio. So, but at that 38, it should be 4 volts of output, if that's what you're asking. And you can actually test that. Like you don't have to take my word for it. If you go into the radio and you turn off all the dynamic and all the BS and all the little fun things that are in there, and you play a test tone, 1,000 hertz, 500 hertz, whatever test tone you want, it shouldn't matter. Put your voltmeter on the output of the radio. So grab your RCAs, positive, negative on the output. Put your voltmeter to AC, which is not the dotted line with the line, it's the wiggly line. Crank the radio up with it not connected to any sound source, okay? And you should be able to see your output voltage coming from your radio. So if you do that test and it says 3.5 volts, well, then you know you have 3.5 volts. I would try several different frequencies, though. Don't just settle on one, because not all amplifiers, and that means preamps, are linear. So they don't always... Sometimes they shift a little just because they're cheap.
Yeah.
There you go.
Speaking of Butterworth, who makes best syrup? My pick is Aunt Jemima.
We're going back to the food? Seriously?
Yeah, why not? You know, the one thing.
I don't like syrups.
Okay, so I had a Fernando moment when I was leaving Canada. So where were we leaving when you put the iced tea in your suitcase?
How
do you put the ice in your suitcase?
That was Vegas.
Was it Vegas?
That was Vegas.
So it probably was. No,
yeah,
it wasn't Vegas because it was different. It wasn't Vegas because it was a much...
Arizona?
Yeah, it was Arizona.
Probably.
Probably Arizona. So he has one iced tea left over. So he puts it in his suitcase because he thinks he's going to drink it on the plane. Keep in mind, we're getting on the plane. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. So, and you know, we've gotten probably 12 hours of sleep over the 4-day week that we were there. So and so the guy goes, so the TSA guy, it was really cool because there was nobody in TSA yet.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, dude, do you have a water bottle in your thing? He goes, no. And he goes, because he had an iced tea bottle. You know, he's being literal.
I mean, it's
not
a water bottle.
And I'm standing there and I go, dude. What? Dude, why are you trying to get liquids through TSA? What were you thinking? And he was like, and he goes, I wanted to drink it on the plane. I said, yeah, but you can't bring it through. So this is when the TSA guy let us on a big secret. He goes, listen, if you want to get a liquid through TSA, you just freeze it.
Oh.
Because you can bring frozen liquids on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
And I go,
nice to know.
No kidding. And I won't tell you what he said next, just in case the government is listening. But
just don't say his name.
No, it's not his name. It's me. I don't want to give out some bogus information.
Oh,
but apparently, you can bring frozen bottles on TSA. So I was going through customs at Canada and TSA part, and I had put a can of maple syrup in my camera bag because it fit. And there again, I was packing at 3:30 in the morning. I had to leave at 4:30 in the morning. I hadn't slept all day, and so it made sense in my hand. Oh, it perfectly fits right here in my camera bag. And the guy goes, "Do you have a can of syrup in your camera bag?" And I go, Yes, I do. So enjoy the can of syrup. He goes, "Okay." Just took it out and stupid American, go away. And I was like, God damn it, I really wanted to try that.
You want to get rid of the top one?
Hide current comment. Yes, there.
Oh no, they're
the sponsor.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
It's,
yeah. All right.
It's time.
All right. It's gone. All right.
All right.
If you got an LC2i Pro, would you recommend an Epicenter add-on or leave it out? Okay, so this is actually a video that we've been trying to make for like 2 weeks now. Is the difference between an LC2i Pro with Accubase and an Epicenter Micro, or an Epicenter General. They are two totally different things. They do not do the same things. LC2i with Accubase is designed to fix bass roll-off caused by the loudness in the head unit. So as the volume goes up, the bass volume is perceived as going down. Accubase is designed to dial into that and keep the bass rising, whereas an Epicenter is harmonic restoration. It does what's called an octave shift. So it takes frequencies that are here and adds that dynamic power to a lower version of that frequency, an octave down, so 80 would be 40, and makes the bass impactful through the whole volume range. So in reality, you could go from an LC2i Pro into the Concert Series Epicenter, which is the original Epicenter, and awesome. You'll get Accubase to fix any bass roll if you have, and then an Epicenter to give you the Epicenter effect. So they are two totally different things. Mm-hmm. Would you have both? Yes, you could conceivably need both depending on what you're doing.
That's no matter what you're doing, just at the Epicenter. Makes everything better. Seriously, you can go wrong with an Epicenter.
That's the Aunt Jemima sound.
But the funny thing, interesting enough, when I start doing the DSPs and installations and everything else and adding things, I post a question on the dealer side of audio control.
Yeah.
And even the people trying to give me advice did not know the difference between Accubase and Epicenter. Right. They've been confusing it.
Yeah.
And Joseph, that's how we become friends.
Oh, Joseph Norton?
Yes, he came into the post and started talking about it, and then he finally realized what I was talking about. And then he gave me all this explanation of a lot of stuff that I was looking for.
Yeah.
And that's how we become friends. But even in audio control, they did not know the difference between one and the other.
Yeah, I could see that.
Being used in that application.
Yeah. Well,
not that they didn't know one was or wasn't, but the application that I was using it for. Before
we started doing like RTA testing with it and actually showing what it was, they were over there going, "What? Wait, what are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "Okay." Arturo asks, "How can I make peso
pluma
sound?" I haven't even know what that is.
It's a singer.
With Epicenter help.
It's a trashy
Mexican ugly music singer will help. If he's playing if he's playing the
nothing can fix his singing.
An Epicenter will do it.
Maybe if he's reborn and take some classes or something.
What is your thought on the pack LPA-2 4 volts and the audio control LC2i Pro? Okay, so here's the unofficial secret that you guys aren't supposed to know. So the pack, those pack high level to low level adapters, those came out before they bought audio control, and so now that they're into audio, those are going to disappear. So they're going to go away because anyone can buy the LC2i Pro. So I would get the LC2i Pro. The LC2i Pro is a much better piece, is what I'm getting at. So definitely want to go that way if you can.
There's one with DSR1.
Right there in
that one, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey. Added DSR1, now having hiss noise out of the front tweeters. So you added an EQ, EQ DSP. Obviously, is it into an aftermarket radio? Is it connected to a factory radio? What kind of tweeters do you have? There's a lot of things that can cause hiss noise out of a tweeter. Floor noise is what it is. Depending on how efficient the tweeter is kind of relevant to why you're getting hiss noise. So, for example, if you have a very efficient tweeter that's like 107 dBs of efficiency, I can tell you right now, every one of those is going to have floor noise because it's way up here as far as what it's doing as opposed to the rest of the system. The other thing too is if you put the DSR1 in as, let's say, an AR integration thing, you might get floor noise there too, just because you're integrating with a factory radio. But yeah, that's gain. Check your gain. And then if you just don't like it, depending on what you're using it for, you might want a better DSP, meaning spend more money, get a bigger processor or something like that. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but those are just some ideas. Hope everyone is happy with the Return of the Boring Life Haley Knows Best edition. I hope so too. It was a lot of fun doing that with her last night. We had a good time.
It was nice.
She got to talk about herself, which is always good. All right, give me a couple more.
Couple more.
8 more minutes.
Yeah, there's three. There's three. I tagged one.
Ready?
Yeah. All right. Oh, I hit that one. Do you use the fader on the head unit if? All right. Do you use the fader on the head unit if I have each channel time aligned through the DSP to get a center image on the dash? And can you explain how to use the fader properly? So fader. All right. So in every radio, like that we use, fader and time alignment have nothing to do with one another at all. Okay, so like a fader is a convenience feature that's built into the radio. So like if I got kids sleeping in the back seat, I can fade it towards the front. I'm not using it for time alignment. In the time alignment adjustment for the radio, it should have level control. Alpine doesn't put level control in theirs, but everybody else does. And that's what you want to use is level control, and that is to steer the volume. So basically what should happen is fader should never be in the time alignment adjustment phase of it, is that we should get it all done level wise through that one page. And then if I need to fade it after the fact, then I would fade it and with the intentions of putting it back. I'm not using the fader as a means to steer my time alignment. Now, in my car, because it's a factory radio, I'm totally using the fader and balance to steer my radio because that's all I have access to. I don't have time alignment controls. So,
but you could have them.
I could, but
that's an installation waiting to happen.
Moving on. Okay. I have a 2022 Acura RDX with a premium 6-speaker audio package. How can I add a subwoofer for more bass to the system? It's a Honda, so it's going to have the ANC module in it. Yay, which stands for automatic noise canceling. All Hondas have them, or Acura if we want to just be pinkies out.
Yeah.
That has to be disabled.
Yeah,
usually it's a silver box about the size of a pack of cigarettes. It's usually located in the glove box area, sometimes at the top of the dash. I'm pretty sure the forums for that car will have it because they all love pulling that thing out, and you have to do that. Once you've pulled that out, you can easily tap the rear subwoofer, and you're good to go because the subwoofer in a Honda Acura is an actual subwoofer. So either get an amplifier that has a really good high level to low level adapter built into it, or get a external high level to low level adapter. I prefer to buy a good amp that has a high level to low level built into it. Audio control LC 1.800, a kicker key 500.1, or a key lock is also really nice too. So if you're trying, like if you want to de-equalize the Honda, which is a good idea, the key lock is the best way to do it. So get yourself a kicker key lock, and that will DEQ and bring up the low end bass that is missing, some of it that is missing from that, and you'll be good to go. The key 501 is nice if you're just going to have like 112. Then you just do that one amp and be done with it. That's our kind of go-to for that car or those cars. I took your advice. It happens.
I'm sorry.
It saved up more money. 2020 Ford F350. Would you go Morel Ultra Coax or Sony Mobile ES equivalent with the JBL Force
4086.
Yeah. He lost me on the 4086. I want a better piece. That's a tough one. I'm still thinking Morel.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking
For
Morel.
sure.
It just depends because like that
well, yeah, that's true.
The Sony S is really nice. I think the Sony S is going to have that's going to be a metal tweeter, so it's going to have that metal tweeter, sound, whereas the Morel is not. So if you like a more crisp tweeter, the Sony's definitely going to be crisper than Morel. Obviously, I'm a Morel fanboy, so I'm going to always go side with Morel. Another amplifier you might want to look at, though, that just came out is the new Alpine, what's it called?
Optimate.
Which is a DSP amplifier as well, but it's an auto DSP amplifier, and it is more power, which you're probably going to want more power.
You got to do something.
Yes, you got to pray a little bit.
But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Hang on.
So keep in mind, guys, I drive a convertible with the top down all the time when it's not raining. So fine audio is really not high on my list. 2018 Camry, Kenwood, 901.5, Morel Maximo components.
Nice.
What would you go active or passive and bridge the amp for more power? DSR1 DSP. Ooh, this is the question. This is a good question. Personally, if that's all I'm doing is a set of speakers up front, I'm going to go active.
100%.
I'm going to go active and do tweeter, mid-range, mid-bass.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you're going to really benefit much by bridging that amplifier into those components. I don't think it's going to matter much. I think you're going to be perfectly fine.
Just go front stage.
Go front stage, get the clarity, get the separation.
And then you got your DSP so you can,
Yeah, I'm going active.
100%.
Active for the win.
Oh, we're that close? All right. Mary Lou. All right, well, let's wrap it up there. We'll just call that one an end. 2 Morel questions in the backside. So I'm going to hide this comment, which is what I was asking you to do, dude. Come on, really? Mary Lou, thank you so much for coming in and playing with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
We're all very hungry now because we talked about pizza on the front side of the show. Yeah. So we're just going to call it Pizza Plus Audio. All right, let's all smile. All right, let's put the water bottle down. Fernando, look at the screen. Let's all smile.
Okay,
no, I'm trying to get the screenshot. Okay,
I do, man. It's just a screenshot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a screenshot, bro. They don't do live screenshots. Hey guys, that's it. One thing that I need to do. Oh wow, you just had to get that up.
I just want to say thanks to all the guys because if they don't drop my name, not me.
Vibrate. So one of the things I promised you guys. So before I wrap this up, is that. We are going to have a Christmas in July sale.
Yeah.
On the DSR ones.
On the no DSR ones. On the IRTA
totally on the DSR ones.
I mean, unless you become the actual importer for DSR one. I mean, wow! Look at this guy.
I'm just trying to get this to drop in here, and it's not wanting to do
I haven't used the RTA 2. I haven't done installations in a year, so.
All right, so I'm just going to pull this up here.
But I've seen them using it, and it's great.
So here you go, guys. If you're looking to get the coolest tool in car audio, right now you can save $25. Use coupon code CHRISTMAS, which will be active after the show. So that is, you'll save $25 and we'll get it shipped out to you. Now, keep in mind, every one of the IRTAs does come with a special prize in the box. I don't know. We randomly pick something.
Picture of Mary Lou.
Could be a picture of Mary Lou, fully clothed. But yes, if you're interested in picking up one of these, you save $25 now. Use coupon code CHRISTMAS. So that's pretty awesome. And you can find it at dnftooldrawer.com. So head over to dnftooldrawer.com and you can pick up your
IRTA 2.
Thank you. See, there you go.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
It's late.
So,
it's late, man.
It is late. But that's it. Guys. That's all we got for you. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. That sale is going to go on for like a week and a half. We'll see how it goes. If you guys are buying, we'll just keep it going until no one buys anymore.
And if you buy 2, you're gonna save $50 instead of $25. So buy 2.
Oh wow, that's it.
There you go.
That's a deal. You see that?
Our new marketer.
Boom.
Yeah, it's a steal.
So
you
yeah,
buy 1 for $25 savings, 2 for $50 savings. You double your
just
savings.
buy 4.
There you go, $100 savings.
DNF Tools are a place you can go to find that and save your $50 if you buy 2. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow on Instagram, and of course, Friday morning, Saturday night, Thursday on Hi-Fi, Sunday on
Susan.
Boring Life. Yeah, it's all that. All right, guys.
Bye.
See ya.